Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling. And man, I really appreciate you guys taking some time out of your busy schedules and watching the videos here. Always definitely grateful for that. Hey guys, today I sort of want to talk to the co-anglers a little bit and to some boaters out there that fish tournaments because I saw something at the BFL Regional this past week that really disturbed me as far as how some boaters were treating their co-anglers. And I want to get into that and sort of give you guys my opinion on that may save somebody from getting hurt one of these days. Real quick guys, before we get started, just a couple different things here. Anyone interested in booking an on-the-water lesson with me, you can do that by going to my Facebook page, Randy Blockett Professional Angler, and shooting me a private message. And also anybody out there interested in supporting intuitive angling through memberships, all you have to do is go to my homepage, click the join button, gives you all the info and all the stuff like extra videos you get every week that aren't seen by the public. So much appreciated there. I'll put all the links in the description. Okay guys, here's what I saw down there. Now this isn't the first time. I've actually talked about this a little bit in the past, but I really saw it extensively in this past tournament, the BFL Regional at Lake Eufaula, Alabama. Okay, I'll be in here in just a second.
It's time for dinner.
Okay, well I just tell me it's time for dinner. But anyway, all too common, and this is one of the things I saw at the BFL Regionals, like when you're in a big tournament like this, when you got 100 to 200 boats in a tournament, and you're down, midway in the pack or something, when you take off, it's rough. I mean, you've got, hundreds of boats going off every different directions. You got waves coming from different directions. You got boats on your left, boats on your right, and it can be a pretty dangerous situation. And every time in the mornings, if you guys have ever seen me, I just sort of pick my way through with my motor trimmed down. I take my time going about 40, 45 miles an hour for the first 2 or 3 miles until it smooths out, and then I'll open it up. Guys, that first day of the tournament down there, I was picking my way through blasted off, took off, and it was rough, and I was just going 40, 45 miles an hour just with my motor trimmed down. And I saw 3 or 4 bass boats pass me, balls to the wall with their motors trimmed out, and their co-anglers are just like bouncing all over the place, like hanging on for dear life. And I was just shaking my head. So guys, here's one of the things I want to tell you if you're a co-angler. If you get one of those guys out there that drive like a freaking idiot like that, all you have to do is reach over, tap him on the shoulder, say, if you don't slow this sumbitch down right now, I'm gonna call the tournament director and we're gonna end the day right now. Don't put up with that, guys. Don't put up with having potential back and spine injuries and neck injuries just because some guy that doesn't know how to drive a boat thinks he's gonna get there a minute faster than somebody else. It's absolutely ridiculous. And you guys out there that drive like that, and you know who you are, there's a thing called a trim switch and a throttle on your boat. In the mornings when you take off, you need to make sure that trim switch is down and that throttle's backed off. You don't need to be riding up on the pad going 60 miles an hour through freaking 2-foot chops everywhere out there. It's stupid, it's dangerous, it's irresponsible. And if I was tournament director, there would be a lot of disqualifications because of that. Now, I want to preface one thing when I say here, as far as pushing it in rough water, there is a time and place where sometimes you have to do that. Let's say, for example, you're coming back in to weigh in and it gets unexpectedly a little bit choppy and you're cutting it close for weigh-in. Sometimes you have to push the envelope a little bit. That's part of the game. But what I'm talking about is at these morning blast-offs when there's no reason to do that. You're not under some time crunch to get in before you're gonna miss weigh-in out there. And just what I'm saying, guys, is don't put up with that. There's no reason for you to have to put up with that. Don't feel intimidated by your boater ever that you can't say anything.
Mommy wants you. It's time for dinner.
Okay, I'll be right in. What are we having for dinner?
We're having steak and I don't remember else.
Okay, well, I'll be right in. So that's the whole thing, guys. You have a voice. You're just as much of an equal competitor in that tournament as anyone else. And there's no way to start off your day like that. Guys, there's been anglers injured like that. I see guys all the time that complain about back injuries, neck injuries, you know, bruises, stuff like that, just from guys driving ridiculous. And like I said, I just was shaking my head at this whole thing. Sort of the same way when you're driving in town and you see some guy that's impatient that cuts you off and swerves in front of you to get around you or something like that. There's no room for that. But anyway, guys, like I said, just don't put up with it again. If somebody does that and you feel uncomfortable, or you feel that you have a chance of being injured or your safety is in jeopardy, speak up, let them know that you know, you can put it into the day and you can put it into their day right now if they don't start being a little bit more responsible with that. So anyway, guys, I hope you're all doing good. We'll talk later.